Hey guys, it's Maggie and I am back today and we are here in the new year finally. Happy 2025. I hope that your holiday season was great. Ours was fantastic and I'm glad that it's over because we're 22 plus I think 4 days. I think that's how far along I am. Pregnant and still, completely in shock. I will say that probably every time I update you guys. But so ready for the holidays to have been over and just kick it into gear, get the house together, throw out a lot of stuff. As you can see, I'm in our bedroom. I don't often film in here, but we just kind of revamped the whole room. I showed it in a previous video. We moved our bed so it's against the windows, and now the room feels so much bigger. I have to clean that mirror. I saw it in my last video. You could see fingerprints. I mean, I don't know what happened to it. But yeah, I've been working on my closet because I talked to you guys about my major symptom of sense of smell being crazy. So I'll talk briefly about that because I had a lot of suggestions and I wish that there was one that I hadn't tried, but I have tried everything. Things are improving though. And the other thing I really want to talk about is weight gain, because when you've lived your entire life really struggling to gain weight because of your disease, never expecting your body to finally, figure out what the heck it's doing and finally start to gain weight when it really needs to, it's a very awesome feeling, but it's also like, it's strange. I don't know. It's strange to see your body do that. So I want to talk about all that today. But before we get into it, I need to thank today's sponsor, Element. If you don't know what this guy is, this is a packet of Element, a zero sugar electrolyte drink mix, and my favorite way to stay hydrated. I have been relying on electrolyte mixes for a number of years now, living without a colon. I struggle a lot more with hydration. But in the last year, I will tell you, Element has become my absolute favorite. The taste is not too sugary, it's not too salty, and it really works. With the 1,000 milligrams of sodium, the 200 of potassium, and the 60 of magnesium, that seems to be the perfect electrolyte balance for me to not just absorb the electrolytes, but also the fluids I need. Hydration can be a really difficult thing for the average person, but especially so if you're living with GI illness or, living without a colon like I do. It's just difficult to get in enough fluids, and this is a fantastic way to do it. Not just that though, they offer obviously the fruity drink mixes that I absolutely love. I drink these every single day, but they also have their chocolate medley, which offers a variety of hot chocolate flavors if you like the hotter drinks. And they also have sparkling waters, which I'm so grateful they sent us more. We love these. Zach and I we go through these guys. They're very tasty. So if you are interested in trying some Element, they are now offering free 8 single serving packets. That's these little guys right here. These guys. You can get 8 of these free with any order of Element by going to drinkelement.com/LetsTalkIBD. This offer is only available through my unique link, so make sure you're going to drinkelement.com/LetsTalkIBD. I know you're really going to enjoy them. You can share it with a salty friend or keep it all to yourself. All right, so we are back in the bedroom. As you can see, my closet behind me is quite empty. I'm realizing that it's this corner of the room that just has this scent. It's definitely decreased because I've been working so hard, okay? I have been scrubbing this room, and I realized that my clothes, all of my clothes in the closet, we're carrying this like sickly sweet scent. I don't know how to describe it, and I'm not even sure like if other people were to sniff it, would they think it's gross also? Zach's not getting it. It's just pregnancy nose. I don't know. I can really anything that's happening. We're at the grocery store yesterday, and I was a number of feet away from a live basil plant. Sometimes they sell these like different herb plants, and man, it was strong. And I feel like normally I wouldn't be able to smell basil unless I was, up in my face. Anyways, so this room has been cleaned as much as possible. We've carpet cleaned. You may have noticed I had an empty baking soda box in one of my videos because I have been using baking soda to deodorize. I've washed our sheets. I even put baking soda on our bed to try and help. I have an air purifier. People are saying, you have to get an air purifier. Sadly, I've had one running. That was my first thing. I have a really nice 𝙗𝙗𝙧𝙗𝙧 air purifier, which has been fantastic in our house with getting rid of like doggy odors and stuff. I bought new filters for it, cleaned it all out, and I will say, now that I like put it in this corner, I think it's helping. So for a few days, what I did was I took all the clothes out of my closet. I'm slowly washing them all and getting through that. Put the air filter in the closet, close the doors, let it, do its work. So I think things are improving. It's just, man. And some of you are saying that ability to smell everything did not go away after pregnancy. So anyways, I wanted to talk about weight gain because wow, I never expected my body to do this. If you are sensitive to the topic of weight and numbers, I would suggest maybe skipping this video because I am going to talk about that. It's something that has been a battle with me before even I was diagnosed with Crohn's. I started with Crohn's symptoms around the age of 8, and I didn't get diagnosed until 11 because doctors just kind of thought I was a picky eater. And really, I wasn't a picky eater. Everything just made me feel terrible, and I didn't know how to say out loud as a little girl that I was hurting, or some of the symptoms I was experiencing. I just, I didn't know what was normal and what wasn't. So, even after diagnosis, I wasn't really treated by my GI doctor appropriately, and I really suffered from Crohn's symptoms. So I was 65 pounds at the age of 16, and that's, when I wound up getting my ostomy. That's small. I'm not a tall person. I'm only 5 foot, but it's not a lot, okay? And then I got my ostomy. That provided so much relief. I shot up in weight. I think I got up to 95 within a very short period after my ostomy. And from there, I went on to get up to 103, and until recently, 103 was the highest weight I had ever been in my life, and I was 16 at the time that I hit that weight. I kind of plateaued after that, and typically ranged between 90 and 95, so 16 on until like 28 years of age, and then the last 2 to 3 years, I started to lose a little bit of weight. Not a ton, but I did get down. I think my lowest was maybe 86. And that's really when I started to have a lot of hydration issues. Thought that maybe there was a component of SIBO, that small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. So, started treating that as best as I could. Not like with antibiotics or anything, but just more holistically with a nutritionist, and that seemed to help a bit, along with IV hydration. And then it was funny, I feel like the last couple of years have been the most healthy weight gain I've had because it's been slow but steady. And so I went from that 86 to 88 range to 106, which is crazy. And it seemed like 106 was where I was staying. I was that weight for a while. And then, I was able to go off IV fluids. That's why the Element has been huge. I feel like making sure I drink that daily has been awesome, not just for my weight, but making me not feel terrible every day. 106 was my pre-pregnancy weight. And I have been, I'm very happy to say that my body just seems to be doing what it needs to do and gaining what it needs to gain. And even at my last OB appointment, they said, yeah, you're right on track. This is perfect. This is where you need to be. Don't hear that often, especially when it comes to my weight. So yeah, I think in the first trimester, I gained 4 pounds. I think I got up to 110, but I'm really happy to say that I am ranging between 116 and 118. And I have been emailing my dad updates and like sending him pictures and stuff. So I emailed him and I said, the morning that I hit 116, I said, I hit 116. Did you ever think you'd see that on your daughter? And he said, that is far from what I thought we'd ever see with you. So it's a huge win that my body's doing this, but it's also so absolutely strange because I've talked about how the last couple years it's been really nice not focusing on the scale and not being so worried about my weight. But now I'm just, I'm just weighing myself out of curiosity. Like, what number do we get to today? Because it's been so consistent going up. I would say it's like at least half a pound a week. That's where I seem to range in weight gain. And I'm thrilled about it. But just seeing my belly grow and noticing that clothes don't fit. Like, I knew that my pants were not fitting, okay? I wear a lot of stretchy pants. Usually yoga pants, especially in the winter. And so I had to go up a couple sizes with that, whatever. But I had this pair of linen pajama pants that I haven't worn for a while. I actually bought them a few years ago when I had my proctocolectomy surgery because I felt like they were airy enough that they would be great for my bottom, just to like get good airflow, help it heal, whatever. They're not stretchy by any means. And I wasn't even thinking. I was like, oh, let me put these on, going to bed. They do not fit. I came out to Zach and I was like, oh my God. They were tight. All right. And so doing this whole closet, pulling all the clothes out, all of my jeans came out. I don't fit a single pair of jeans, not one. And there are dresses and things that I'm looking at that I don't think I'll ever fit again. I don't think my body will be that size again. And that can be a really strange feeling. It's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm not upset about it. It's just, this is life, moving on. Isn't that something? Historically, with my Crohn's and knowing that I can fluctuate pretty aggressively, especially if I flare or if I get surgery, I have kept all of my clothing. I have children's sizes because there were points in my adult life where children's clothing, like children's jeans, Old Navy, I have a size, I think 12 or 14 kids jeans that only a couple years ago I could fit into perfectly fine. And now I'm at the point like, maybe I don't need to keep these. I don't want to jinx anything, of course. But then I'm also thinking, well, we have a baby girl on the way. Maybe I should keep some of these clothes for her if she would want them. Nothing like real fancy, but just, isn't that funny? I don't know. I kept all of my clothing because I never knew when I was going to fluctuate in size. And now we're just going up. Now we're growing. I know my body will return. I know my body will return to somewhat of a regular size, but I still think there's like, my hips have gotten wider. It's not just the belly. My hips have gotten wider. I don't think that's going to return. So, man, wow, I can fit adult clothes. Isn't that great? I do need to share with you. I'll put a little clip in here of the belly growth. And I apologize if I'm doing that too frequently or too infrequently. I don't want to like throw my belly in people's faces. But it is really interesting to see the growth of it. I feel like every 3 to 4 days, I'll have a day where it feels like I'm stretching a whole lot and I'm really uncomfortable. And then I'll notice the next morning, it just looks like I went up a size in terms of my belly. It's like she's run out of room and she's stretching. So I find that interesting, and it's definitely poking out a bit more. My belly is definitely there in the morning. I love seeing it. I love seeing it every single day. With that though, things are increasingly, like symptom-wise, becoming a little bit more uncomfortable. I've talked about the back pain. I know that there's hormones that are causing everything to relax for delivery. But now I'm actually experiencing some rib pain. So I think she's pushing organs around. She really seems to favor my right side. She seems to kick and hang out behind my ileostomy bag. That is where I feel her the most, and kind of right around my scar. That's where I see her when she's kicking hard. I'll see little like bumps in my skin when she kicks. I don't know, maybe there's more room over on that side, you know, I'm missing a colon. I'm only missing maybe like 6 inches of small intestine, not much. I have most of my small intestine still. But maybe it's just a little roomier. She's like, this side's good. I don't know. That's where she seems to be the most. She's active. Pretty much anytime I sit, if I'm sitting for a couple seconds, I'll start to feel her kick. And I feel like we're getting into a pattern where I'm sort of recognizing when she's awake and when she's asleep. She actually is starting to feel like she's awake more during the day with me. You know, anytime I sit down, I feel her. And then at night, sometimes I notice her lying in bed, but I'm not woken up yet. Not woken up yet by any movement. I know that'll probably change. I know she's going to get bigger and she's going to get stronger, but I'm so encouraged to feel her so frequently. And the other symptom that I'm having, well, I feel like my fluid intake or my fluid requirement has kind of gone up. I feel thirstier. I feel like I need a little bit more fluid to sustain myself and to like feel good throughout the day. The struggle with that is that I am having to get up throughout the night to go to the bathroom. And I thought it was kind of annoying when it was 2 to 3 times. I am usually, before I really settle into sleep for a few hours, I'm getting up like 6 or 7 times within an hour and a half, 2-hour period. Last night I was lying here with Zach and I was like, oh, gotta go again. 10 minutes later, oh, gotta go again. So and it's not all the time, but it's like I can feel her move onto my bladder. And I'm like, come on, let me sleep. So now I'm trying to hydrate earlier in the day. You know, I'm going to make sure that bottle of Element's finished pretty soon here. We're getting into the afternoon hours. And by like 6 or 7, I want to really slow down. At the same time, I want to stay hydrated throughout the night. So I get another thing of Element and I sip on it. I just put it on the windowsill here and I sip on it slowly throughout the night so I'm not racing to the bathroom. You know, it is what it is, and I am enjoying every single day now. First trimester, I was not a happy camper, but I'll say that the second trimester has been a lot better. My appetite's going up finally. I was a little worried that my appetite was struggling. Appetite's going up. Clearly, you know, if I'm gaining weight, I'm doing something right. I'm eating at least enough to sustain her and grow her and hopefully grow myself. So yeah, it's been crazy. I'm kind of looking forward, since she's due in May, I'm kind of looking forward to when it gets a little bit warmer out, and so I can dress in cute dresses and stuff. I mean, I can now. I have some winter clothing. I can wear pantyhose and stuff with them, but it's so cold out. We just had a little winter storm. We didn't get a whole lot. We got maybe 2 inches of snow, but I know a lot of other places were hit pretty hard. It seemed to hit more south, so it's chilly, and honestly all I want to do is wear sweats. Like this is pretty fancy for me today. We're getting pretty fancy with our clothes. I'm wearing usually a sweatshirt and some yoga pants, and that's my outfit every single day. Now my next appointment is going to be, it's supposed to be every 4 weeks with an ultrasound, but just due to scheduling, I'm not going to see them until almost 25 weeks. So I'm starting to think in my head, okay, we're getting, like, things are getting serious. What questions do I need to ask? I'm asking around a lot just with people in my life that I know who have had pregnancies, and it seems like it's pretty common to see all the different OBs within an office. So I'll be seeing the 4th OB. This will be my first male doctor that I'll be seeing, which I know some people can be a little nervous with that. I'll be honest with you, all dignity when it comes to down there, it's gone. Okay, I had people up my butt every day when I had my proctocolectomy surgery. I got nothing to hide. I got nothing to be ashamed about. So I don't care, you know. I don't care who's delivering. I just want to know that we have something in my charts that everybody's on the same page and they're all aware of my medical history on the day of. That's really my concern. So yeah, I'll be seeing my 4th doctor though, and I'm thinking of the questions that I want to ask, like monitoring her kicks. What's normal, what's not. Everything I'm reading online is basically around 22, 24 weeks, your baby starts to get into a schedule. And I feel like I've already started to notice that. She's got her routine down and I feel her very consistently. There's different things that say how many times you should feel them. And I'm like, okay, when you say how many times I should feel an hour, does that mean one singular kick? Does that mean when she rolls around in there? Like, what are we talking about? How am I going to count these? Whew. It's windy out today too. That's probably not helping with the cold. If you have any other questions, I should really start thinking about asking, especially nearing the 25-week mark. I am all ears. You guys have given me some wonderful suggestions and have been so helpful because, you know, we're doing this blind, sort of. It's my first baby here that we've gotten this far with, so wild. I feel like she's pretty quiet right now. I can feel little twinges and crampies and stuff. Like, I think she's moving, but I don't feel her kicking. So maybe she's sleeping and she's just active in her sleep. I don't know. My app says that this week she's the size of an American guinea pig though. And I used to have guinea pigs, so I'm familiar with the size. And even though my belly is growing, I still keep looking down and going, where are you? Because I know there's other stuff growing in there too. You've got the placenta. I'm sure, you know, a little bit of extra padding, a little bit of extra fat's growing in there. A whole lot's going on. The uterus is growing in size, obviously. I just keep thinking, where am I storing a guinea pig inside of me? Where is this? I don't know. I'm also starting, like, obviously with the closet and stuff, I'm trying to clear things out, get things clean. I've also been working on the nursery a little bit, ordered a couple things to start decorating, organizing. I got a bunch of little baby outfits for Christmas. I showed you a couple, but Zach's family got me a few more and they're really cute and like little bows and stuff for her head. Love it. But anyways, I've been organizing the nursery room, just trying to clean it out. I'm kind of using it as my staging room right now for all my clothes that I'm going through. But yeah, going through all that. If you're interested in seeing what I'm doing in there, let me know. I'm kind of leaning towards a direction for decorating it, and it's going to be girly. I know some people like to keep it neutral. I don't know what she's going to like when she's older. Who knows if she's going to be a girly girl, tomboy, who knows? Whatever she is, I don't care one bit. We can redecorate. But for right now, before she can tell me what she likes, you know, I'm thinking like florally. I've got the sage green walls, so I think I'm going to have elements of that and, you know, some pops of pink, stuff like that. I'm not going too crazy. I don't want to get a whole bunch of junk that is just going to be clutter. I don't like a lot of clutter and things, despite all the things in my house. I don't like a lot of clutter and stuff. I really, you know, I want to add a few pieces of decor and stuff, and then the clutter is going to be all the stuff that she likes, her toys and, you know, whatever else that she needs. That's really my focus. So yeah, I don't know, man. It feels like it's really going fast. I think it's probably going to slow down in the 3rd trimester when I'm really uncomfortable. I'm only really uncomfortable at night. It's hard to sleep. I'm tossing and turning. I've noticed that my arms go numb if I'm sleeping on one side now, which never used to happen before pregnancy. So that makes me flip back and forth a little bit, and just your belly gets uncomfortable. I'm more comfortable on my left side. I always have been. I don't know what it is. If just the ileostomy on the right side and sleeping on that side, maybe all the other organs in me are putting pressure on it, or maybe the problems that I've had with my right kidney and that ureter, that could be causing a little bit of tension in there. So I definitely feel more comfortable on my left side, but I keep flip-flopping because of my arms. Anyways, I feel like those are all the updates for 22 weeks. We'll be nearing 23, and then 24, and then 25. We're zooming, and I am loving every single day of it. I really, early on, I'll tell you what, I was like, I think I will not be doing this again. But now that I'm in this trimester, I'm like, we could do this again. I'm enjoying this. Ask me again at the end. We'll see. I may be completely miserable and totally over it and be like, nope. We'll have to see what the future holds for us. But we're excited. Zach's excited. And we had a really great Christmas with his family. We spent probably an hour coming up with names. And not like serious names. Just like goofy, like, what were we saying? Basically like reading labels around the room and saying, oh, we should name her Dasani, or like, let's name her water bottle. Just goofy things like that. We spent a while doing that. Zach and I know I've been asked, Zach and I are keeping the name to ourselves. We haven't officially picked it yet, but we do have names in mind, and we want to keep them to ourselves, like just Zach and I. We're not even telling family until she's here, because we want to make sure that the name fits her. And yeah, I've been asked quite a bit, and I've been asked by a lot of family, and I don't know. I really want to make sure it suits her, and I also don't want the outside voices and opinions of names. If we like it, that's going to be her name. Anyways, guys, I've got a Bruno sleeping next to me, a Holly, a Nanners, and a Dixie on the floor. I'm pretty sure napping, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to join them. Got my nice pregnancy pillow here. Thankfully, Bruno did not steal it today. He did a few days ago, and he knows exactly how to use it. He sets himself right up in the middle, head right here, belly on the side, like, he's got it down. But it's mine today, buddy, okay? Thank you so much for watching this update. And remember, with any order of Element, you can get your free 8 single serving packet and try all the different flavors, share it with somebody, or keep it all to yourself like I would. And you can get that by going to drinkelement.com/LetsTalkIBD. All right, guys, I will see you very soon. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you are looking for a way to help support my channel, consider liking this video or even subscribing. You can also check out my store at LetsTalkIBD.shop. I have stickers and hoodies like these guys over here, just related to chronic illness and inflammatory bowel disease, something fun. And I also have a coupon code for my YouTube watchers. You could also become a member of my channel, like the wonderful people scrolling on screen here. They've become a member and they have access to videos a little bit earlier. It's a great way to support my channel, and really, just watching my videos means the world. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next.